Howdy folks, this is Shane from In The Blues coming to you in 4K video. If you've got a 4K monitor, click it up for super high res. Today we're going to compare the Red Stripe PV Bandit, one of my favorite amps ever, up against the Silver Stripe PV Bandit, one of my new favorite amps ever. Now, while they are very similar, I gotta say, I've got them set up identically. First off, I need to point out something. I have a Texas Heat speaker from Eminence in my Red Stripe Bandit, and the PV Silver Stripe has the Sheffield speaker. I'm just gonna put it out there that I think the Sheffield speaker stock sounds much better than the stock Red Stripe Bandit speaker. So with that in mind, I'm actually gonna compare a boutique-ish kind of speaker, something that you could buy like a third-party speaker, and we're gonna compare how good that sounds compared to the stock on the Silver Stripe. Neither's better. Both of these amps sound fantastic. It's whichever one you like is the best. So keep that in mind. This is all subjective. This isn't to say the Red Stripe's better or the Silver Stripe's better. They're both pretty unique to their own kind of vibe. So let's go ahead and kick this off to start with on clean. I've got the EQ system all the way to 12 o'clock, except for the bass, which I have on 11 o'clock. So just rolling out a little bit of bass. That's exactly the same on both amps. I have the presence at 12 o'clock and the T-Dynamics at 12 as well. I've got an A/B switcher on the floor as well. So what I plan on doing is just playing a part and then switching between amps. Instead of close miking the amp this time, I have a super high quality condenser microphone just behind the video camera. I really believe that the close miking thing doesn't really represent what you hear in the room so well. It just gives you the character of the speaker. Let me know what you think of this. I might do this more if it works out well. So let's go. Red Stripe. Back to the Silver. The way I hear it in the room right now, the Red Stripe Bandit with the Texas Heat speaker has a lot more lows and lower mids. It doesn't have the glassy top end that the Silver Stripe has. The Silver Stripe doesn't actually have as much low end with the stock speaker as the Texas Heat. That's kind of expected, but it is kind of clearer. It does this upper mids thing, which is actually pretty cool. Bring in also a little bit more treble. Let's try some more playing now on clean. Let's try it now on the clean channel with an overdrive pedal. Today I'm using the Royal Flush dual overdrive pedal. I'm using the left side, and I'm going to kick it off on the Silver Stripe Bandit. Red Stripe. Silver. Now both sides of the Royal Flush pedal on. I've also turned on my Wampler Tape Echo pedal. I love this delay. Check this out. We're going to start on the Silver Stripe. Woo! Red Stripe. So I just went back and forth between that zoom down the neck, whatever that note's called, the cascading note to nowhere. And yeah, I could tell the Peavey Bandit has more lows, but also muffles the sound more. Let's try that again. Over to the Vintage Drive channel on the amplifiers now, and what I've done, I've set the EQs up identically as before, everything at 12 o'clock except for the bass, which is back to 11 o'clock, just to clear up the low end mud. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. Bridge pickup, Silver Stripe Bandit. Red Stripe. Neck pickup, Silver Stripe. Silver Stripe. The way I'm hearing it in this room is the Silver Stripe Bandit sounds more like a vintage style amp. It doesn't sound as round and as full, but it's very, very clear and quite beautiful actually. The Red Stripe one definitely sounds like a more modern amplifier, it just does. That's the comparison. I'm sure they could both sound very similar if you put the same speaker in either, but with the speakers that are in both of these amps right now, they both sound awesome, just completely different to each other. My suggestion is if you're out there looking for a Peavey Bandit at second-hand stores or whatever, just get whatever is cheapest. There's no need to go out and buy a new one unless you get a good deal and you want the warranty and all that kind of stuff. For about a third of the price or less, you can pick up either of these two Bandits, generally at a second-hand store or online, wherever you want to shop. So pick the one that's in the best condition, and I don't think you're going to be too dissatisfied. Coming up on the channel too, I'm going to have my friend Alex back over, who actually owns two of the more modern Bandits. And we're going to do a Bandit off. We're going to call it something like that, where there's going to be 3 or 4 Bandits in a room. Me and him, we're going to make some noise, so it should be fun. Thanks again for watching, folks. Please let me know what you think of the tones of both of these amplifiers and which one you prefer, if you do prefer one or the other. I kind of like them both. For me personally, I'm not going to hold on to the Silver Stripe one, but that doesn't mean it's good. A good friend of mine really wants it, and he's done me a lot of favors over the years, so I felt obliged to hand it off to him. So keep that in mind. There's nothing wrong with either. Go for the one that's cheapest and in the best condition if you are looking for one. Thanks again for watching, folks. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell. I absolutely appreciate that. Also, let me know what you think of having a microphone further back in the room to give you more of what you would hear if you were in the room, as opposed to having your ear up against, or the microphone up against the speaker. I think this might sound better. I hope it does. I'll find out as I do my editing. Thanks again, folks. Catch you soon. See ya. Thanks again for watching, folks, and don't forget you can click one of these 2 videos right here to take you through to more of my content. You can also click on the In The Blues logo that just popped up to subscribe to the channel.